Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yan, kumakain pa sa Rattlesnake. We're already live, right? Magandang gabi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Rising Stars. And this evening is finals night. Yan po. Ang unang laban mapapanood natin is going to be, hindi pa finals. It's going to be the, what do you call this? The battle for third. Kasi meron tayong magiging third place. And then fourth place, and then after the battle for third is going to be our finals. And ang battle for third po natin, Alaminos Legends versus Ace Esports Hearts. And then yung naman po nasa finals, Alpha Esports versus Ace Esports Clover. This is gonna be a very, very action-packed evening for every one of us. Hopefully you enjoyed. Once again, we are gonna be your voices for the battle. My name is Leoric PH and this is my partner,
Rattlesnake Gaming.
Pwede kang magpagitna ng konti sa camera mo, Miss Rattlesnake. I think nakatagilid yung camera mo. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna be asking everyone to go G, pero meron na tayong bans. Go ahead, Miss Rattlesnake, please break this down.
So our bans for the first game is going to be Camille, Gali, Sing, and Alistar. So Camille being a very effective Baron laner.
Your microphone, you can't be heard.
Right. So Camille being a very effective Baron laner po, because of the split push potential sa early game, she really dominates the game, and also the fact that she's also very useful sa team fights. They do not want to deal with the Camille this time, and because she's also a very mobile champ, so
Right.
they will ban the Camille, and the next will be a Kali, who is an S tier champ na palaging nababan for her mobility, for her damage potential, and as well as the Lee Sin, the jungler, who is also very effective when it comes to ganking and the mobility, knocking out the champs. Very useful during team fights, so they're gonna ban them. And lastly would be Alistar, with the knockup potential and a very beefy / tanky champ into the game. So right now we're in the champion selection pick. First pick for Alaminos Legends is going to be Braum. I like the pick. The most tanky support we have in the Rift right now, with the knockup potential with using his ultimate. So that's something I like about Braum, because not only is he tanky at level 1, but yung ultimate niya very useful sa initiation during the team fight. So that's gonna be a very good pick for the blue team. So sa red team naman, we're going to be seeing Wukong and then Galio. Galio was already nerfed, but Galio is still showing good potential for the teams, kasi his ultimate is semi-global, so they're able to use this one to their advantage during the team fights. And most especially, they have the Wukong who can cyclone in to initiate during the team fight, and then Galio can come in with his ultimate, so that will be very useful for the team. And with Lux defending them, nakakapagbigay ng konting armor yung Lux, and can root champs, which is very useful. And of course yung ultimate niya, the final spark, which is global po in a straight line, so that will be very useful for finishing up and also dealing some damage during the team fight. So that's a very nice pick from the red team. And of course, Katarina po, napakasikip na ng Katarina ngayon, especially with the ultimate throwing so much of her daggers towards opponents and dealing so much damage. Jhin is very interesting. Di ko na siya masyadong nakikita, but Jhin with the curtain call, as long as tama lang yung position niya from the backlines when he casts his ultimate, then that will deal so much damage during the team fight.
So pasensya na guys ha, nag-arrange pa lang ako.
Okay.
Sige, go ahead, Miss
On the blue
Rattlesnake,
team naman,
continue.
we have Kennen. So Kennen, I still like Kennen. Na-nerf siya a long time ago, but Kennen with the slicing maelstrom and Genstun, kapag maganda lang talaga yung entry ni Kennen. So it can be Braum with the ultimate, and then Kennen enters with the stun, and then mag-ultimate siya, dealing so much damage sa entire kung sino man yung mapapasok doon sa kanyang ultimate. That will be very useful. And of course, Gagas, the wombo combo breaker. This will be highly effective sa team fights ngayon, most especially that Jhin with the curtain call is a channeling skill, and also Katarina's ultimate, and then the wombo combo potential of the Wukong and the Galio. So this is going to be a very useful Gragas. Let's see if he will be able to use his his potential to the Rift. Napaka-useful. And of course, Lulu for the Baron lane is gonna be so interesting. So much for me talking. This is gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rift. Welcome to game number 1 between Alaminos Legends and Ace Esports Heart.
Yeah, please take over muna sa early game, Miss Rattlesnake, while I adjust so many things na may bago kasi ako setup ngayon so nasira
Okay.
lahat.
Alright. Sige po. So far, so good. Walang aggressive plays ngayon for both teams. So let me just go ahead and do a quick introduction of our jam. So on the blue side, we have Alaminos Legends Ranman for the Braum support. We have Porogami po for the Baron laner Lulu. We have 81 for the Draven ADR. We have Smoothie for the Gragas jungle. And lastly, we have Yambats naman po for the Kennen mid lane. And on the red side naman, we have Ace Esports Heart. Zeeks for the Jin ADR, and so far we're seeing some aggression here sa baba, but that's normal. Just trading damage, and so far it's looking so good for the red team here dito po sa baba, and that's gonna be Braum absorbing so much damage for his ADR. Going back, it's Zeeks for the Jin ADR. It's Eligiggle po for the Katarina mid laner. We have Ace Justin for the Galio Baron laner. We have Ace Oi on the Lux support. And lastly, we have Yuri Zetsuna for the Wukong jungler. And right now, we're seeing Wukong go for the scutter take dito sa baba. But sa taas, it's still unharmed by the Gragas. Gragas just got his red buff. So let's see if he will be able to get the second scutter. But so far, it's Wukong po for the first.
Just gonna be set up right here onto your Zetsuna, and Yambats will be wise enough to get away with Kennen's E right there. Pang ano talaga yun, pang offense tsaka pang defense na rin. Right?
Yes.
Galio is gonna be at the Baron laner because this is gonna be interesting right here. Lulu Baron laner also. So two supports, yun yung parang simula ngayon na what do you call this? Meta, right? More utility, yes, more team fights, mas maganda mga labanan ngayon because of this.
Very true. And dito sa baba, things are getting spicier as ever. No, that Draven is in trouble. Jin is dealing so much damage in this lane right now, and they will be forced to reset. So that will be most probably a wave advantage going to the red team, and that's one way for Jin to make sure that he will be owning his lane early into this match. So
Yes.
far, so good. So
Yeah.
let's talk about win condition naman po. For the blue team, they really just have to make sure that Gragas will make the most use of his ultimate, because he's the combo breaker and there's so much good things that he can break with his ultimate this time, knowing that Jin and the Katarina has a channeling ultimate, and then while the Galio and the Wukong Wombo combo initiation is also there. So Gragas will have to use that to his advantage to make sure that hindi sila ma-set up ng kanilang kalaban. And while for the red team naman, they have to watch out for the Gragas and the entry of that Kennen. Kennen talaga yung entry niya, napakaganda, because his slicing maelstrom is something that deals so much damage, and big
Eto.
ultimate right now. There's a
Braum
fight.
sends out the ultimate right there. Lux is gonna be chased right here. Flash forward by the Jin. Lux sends out the ultimate. Hits Ranman right there. Ranman is already very low. Jin sends out the ultimate. It is gonna be the final curtain that's gonna be opening up. But Smooth is here to defend everyone, and this is not gonna turn into a kill. That was close for both sides, but good communication by both teams right here. Still 3 champions on the blue side here. Make the 4. So this is getting spicy. Things are starting to look very, very hot at the bottom. Baron is gonna, up there it is, stun on that Gragas. Gragas will take the ultimate right there from that Wukong. Wukong will recast the Cyclone. It's gonna be on point. Big ultimate right here by the Kennen, and that is going to be a very good entry. But there it is. Galio goes in, and they will be able to punish the Kennen with that entry right here. Lulu's gonna be rooted and is gonna be hit right there by the Galio. And this is an ace. Is that an unofficial ace? I believe so. It
Yes,
is
it is.
going to be Ace Hearts on top of that fight, and they will take the dragon as their reward 4 minutes in.
What an ace we just saw from the red team.
Uy, hindi pala nakuha ha.
Yes, so far kasi mababa yung life nila. So red team will be punished this time, and that will be Graga stealing the Cloud Dragon. And there's another spicy fight here, but it looks like Wukong was in no position to fight. Wukong will not be able to
Woo!
go home right now. That's a 2-5 on the board. That Wukong entrance earlier, yung Cyclonia, was on point. He was able to target the most vulnerable champs that time, which was the Braum and the Gragas, who were really in no position to fight. And he finishes the two champs early into the match. So that places him at a huge disadvantage. So although nakakapasok na maayos yung Cannon with the slicing maelstrom, but wala na kasi yung tank, wala na yung wombo combo breaker nila. So the entrance of Cannon was good, but the follow-up was not enough for the blue team, and that punished them because Jin was able to free hit na, and then the rest of the cavalry was there, and Galio's entry as well that time after the Cyclone of Wukong was on point. So that led to an ace, and that led to a very good victory from the red team side. Sayang lang hindi na nakuha yung dragon because they were in no position to go for the take. And here
At the
things are
top,
getting spicy.
Jin, it's gonna be very low already. Porogami will go for the Jin. Jin will just have to sacrifice himself. Asoy is gonna go down too, but sends out the ultimate, but it'll not be enough, and that will be bad for the red team. They lose 2 champions while blue team loses none.
Wow, very good entry from the Gragas on the backlines, making sure he will be able to corner and trap the two champs from the top. And right now they're supposed to start pounding on the Rift Herald, but knowing that Wukong was there and Katarina was there, they had to think about it, and they had to go back. Very good call there from the Wukong to go back, and this will be the Rift Herald reset. So no Rift Herald take this time, but we'll see about it in a bit.
Alright, tingnan natin. Itemization is already up. The Jin is on top of the board right now. Tingnan natin. Infinity Edge is already completed right here. On the blue side, Draven should be on top. 5,600 on Draven. Rift Herald is being started right now. Up, Smoothie will not be controlled right here. Good sidestep right there. Lulu will be up, sends Ranman sends out Dolmen. Wukong goes for the Cyclone right there, hits the backlines right there. Lulu and Braum proving to be very strong right now. Papasok po sa Galio, but hits no one right there. Rift Herald is gonna be taken by the Gragas. That's a steal right there, but they will lose 2 champions right here. Blue side, Smoothie takes the Rift Herald, but they will lose 2 champions for it. 24K to 26K, 2K gold lead on the red side. Red team is on a roll at this point, but objectives are going on to the blue side one by one.
Very true, and one by one right now. The first turret was taken pa sa baba by the blue team, so that's gonna be a gold lead advantage. And right now, Gragas is in trouble.
Alright, Ken and Kosen with the Hailstorm right there. It's gonna be on point. Red team's HP bars are very low at this point. Gragas goes down, but it is going to be a double kill by that Ken, and Jin is gonna be next in the menu. Run, my friend, because we are going for you. Ziggs will try his best, but his exit is gonna be cut, and so is his head, and that's a rampage for our Ninja Pikachu. 3 champions on the red team goes down.
What a messy fight we just saw. Braum with ultimate first, Galio coming in, and things just got a lot messier. And so far, this is blue team getting back into the game with 7 to 8 on the board, and they're taking down their second turret of the game. And I think there's gonna be a spicy fight, but red team will smartly disengage. But so far, it's looking so good for both teams. 7 to 8 pa tayo sa board, but a 1K goal lead going to the blue team. The objectives they were able to claim. The turret, they're leading by 1, and so far it's going to be Draven on top of the food chain, and it's going a second until the mountain dragon is going to spawn. This is going to be another objective for the team. Let's see who's gonna go take for this one.
All right, very close fight. 2-1 on the third count. One, meron Rift Herald. May Rift Herald ang blue side dito. So let's say if they're gonna be using it to secure and create space for the team, right? They're gonna be shoving the wave in the mid, and I think they're gonna be summoning the Rift Herald right here. Who has the Rift Herald? It is going to be Gragas. So Gragas does drop the Rift Herald right there in the mid. It is going to be Braum, Ranman, who tries to sends out the ultimate right there. Locks with the wombo combo, and Galio will go in. Kennen sends out the ultimate. It's gonna be on point at the backlines, and here we go. The challenge is gonna be here. Who takes the dragon? It's gonna be red team. Ultimate by the Jane will open up, and bullets are flying into the fight, and it will help red team win this fight. They take 3 more champions down, only 1 on their side, but the big story is they take the Drake. They just leave the Rift Herald alone in the mid, but that was a big win by Ace Hearts 9 minutes and 40 seconds in.
A very big win indeed. Blue team was, I think, overconfident that time for the Dragon Tank, and with they thought Cannon was gonna be able to handle the backlines, which hindi naman niya nakaya, and that led to a punish. The curtain call of Jin was on point, was untouched, and that was why he dealt so much damage from that clash. So that punished the blue team, and slowly but
Uh-oh.
surely namamatay sila. And I think there's gonna be another chase here sa mid.
Alright, they're gonna be able to exit. So good job by Red Team. They were prepared for that punish right there, and they're out of this map area. Red Team will get their own. It's gonna be Blue Team who gets a Rift Scuttler at the top. But time to reset for the Red Team. Hindi pa sila nag-reset simula kanina. And there it is. Resets are already coming in. Thank you so much, Jong, for the stars. Thank you so much, man.
What a messy fight we're seeing so far. It's anybody's fight at this point of the game. Look at the gold. It's tied up. 2-1 sa third count. The dragon is taken for by each team, but with one buff each, and then 8-13 sa board. So medyo lamang yung red team natin by 5 kills, but so far it's Draven on top of the food chain because of his passive, and he has 3 core items ready. And dito sa mid there's a spicy fight.
Alright, Wukong goes in, and so does Galio, and that's gonna be enough to turn down and put down that Draven. Draven's not getting a break in this fight, and this is bad for blue side. Red team knows they're in the advantage right now, especially in the numbers side, so red team will try to go for the Baron, but blue team will continue the pressures to make sure that red team will not go for that. The taunt is going to be connecting in, controls 2 champions, and this is bad for blue team. They will have to run away. There it is. Curtain call is going to be opening up. Bullets are flying in, but they will exit stage left, and they are okay.
What was that? The cyclone talaga ng Wukong is really something that starts the fight, of course, for the team. And then Galio coming in. So I think Gragas will have to do a better job of actually countering that one with his ultimate, just to make sure na hindi they're not gonna suffer that much during the team fights, and they can actually turn the tables around for the red team, because red team so far is doing a great job of initiating team fights for the team. And Gragas will have to do better, I think, at this point of the game. It's 8-14 on the board, and a 1k goal lead going to the red team. The turret count is already tied up, and so far it's still Draven with 3 core items. And next on the food chain would be the Katarina.
Alright, tignan natin. Slight lead natin dito is red team, di ba?
Yeah.
Yep, alright, tignan natin. Next objective. That's gonna be spawning. It's gonna be Infernal Drake. So that is gonna be something. Uh-oh, Brom, you need to get out of town. Sends out the ultimate right there, and Brom will be okay. The cavalry is here. We'll find an exit, and Brom will get a breather. That point, muntik na siya doon. Half HP down, and he will be forced to get back home.
Muntik na talaga. And now with the Baron naturally spawn, I think the next spicy fight will be with the Infernal Dragon at 15
Papasok
seconds.
Draven. Once again, being hunted right here. But this time, Draven is going to be prepared. So, hindi po siya mamamatay. But the Dragon's already spawning next 10 seconds. Let's see how red team is going to be pressuring blue side this time.
Nakakatawa talaga yung skin ng Draven na yun.
Yung laki ng ulo.
There you have it, guys. Infernal Dragon has already spawned. Let's see what setup both teams got so far. There's very good wards done by the red team. And let's see, there's a spicy fight going on any minute now.
Ranman goes in. He doesn't have the ultimate this time, so this is very big for them. Galio with 4-man. Make that 5-man entry now. 4-man entry, and that's bad for blue team. And look at that. Their HP just go down because of that. At the backlines on the red team. Andyan po si Kennen doing damage, doing the best he can for the team, but the mouse still goes down, and that is gonna be it. 5 champions on the blue side is gonna go down, and none on the red team. Ace Hearts are winning it 13 minutes in, and they take the Infernal Drake. That's their reward.
What an ace we just saw. The Galio entrance talaga was on point. He made sure he was able to enter at the perfect time, and that rewarded them with the ace. Nakakapag-free na yung champs. Everyone is able to do their part during the team fight pagkatapos ng entrance ng Galio na yan, and that placed them at a bigger advantage further in the game with Infernal Dragon buff, and now with the Baron buff in their pockets, and Katarina split pushing some mid, exposing the base of the opponents, and that's going to be a step closer for them now with the Baron buff in their pockets. So far, this is getting closer to victory for the red team po. Yung lead, yung lamang natin ngayon for the red team, it's going to be 6,000 with 8 to 19 to scoreboard, and lamang na sila by 2 turrets down, so that's going to be something they can bank on in the game, and let's see what strategy they have with the Baron buff in their pockets.
All right, before the Dragon take, we were looking at 1k gold lead lang diba? But after that disastrous fight, everything just went up. 7k gold lead now onto the red side, and that 7k gold lead, you are going to be feeling that in the next team fights, as red team is going to go for the push right here. They're going to be pressuring mid. Setup is going to be a 3-2, make that 4-1. There it is. Brom will start out the fight, and this is bad for red team right now. Good initiation by blue team so far, but here comes Wukong with XX ultimatum. XX ultimatum. That is going to be the Maelstrom right there, but Yambats is already very low. Will have to stasis to survive right here, and there it is. Double kill by the Jin. Jin is doing so much right now for the team. Make that a triple kill for the man, and they are winning the fight. Only Lulu left to defend this, and I don't think that little guy will be enough. And there it is. Lulu goes down. Ace is complete, and cue in the music because this one is over.
Over indeed. What an ace, and that's red team taking the base of the blue team. Ayun, that's gonna be the first game of tonight for Battle of Third, going to Ace Esports Heart. I think there's a purpose why Ace yung pangalan.
Alright, so let's check it out. Tingnan natin stats.
There you have it. Wukong for the MVP. Grabe, 3-2-20 yung score niya. So much initiation done by the Wukong using a Cyclone. Grabe, for the team fights talaga yung purpose niya. And that, I think, Wukong was rewarded well. And dito sa chart natin, look at that. No spikes from the chart because it was anybody's game. We all saw that napaka-patas ng score, everything, the objectives, everything. So that explains why the chart looked like that. But at some point na talaga, naging mas lamang ang red team, and they were able to secure their first game tonight.
Alright, what a fight. Game number 1. We're going to be going for a very short break as we prepare the game for game number 2. Once again, we are watching Ace Hearts, who just won game number 1. They're going up against Alaminos Legends right here. And Alaminos Legends will have to bring their A game for game number 2 if they want to continue their run here in our tournament. We will be back. Alright, here we go. Game number 2. And welcome back. Thank you for staying with us this evening. Ganda ng laban natin. We saw game number 1. We're now looking at game number 2. Game number 1, nanalo po ang Ace Hearts and one more win and they will be our third placers for week number 5 dito po sa Rising Stars. Tingnan natin if ever yung kalaban naman nila who is going to be Alaminos Legends if they can drag this to game number 3. Here are the bans. The bans are ready. Go ahead, Miss Rattlesnake. Please break this down.
Alright, so bans natin, constant pa rin yung Akali and the Alistar. They do not want to deal with this chance. But this time, we are getting a respect ban for the Galio and the Katarina. Because Galio's first game did so much for the team during the initiation. So yung ultimate niya, yung entrance niya was most of the time always on point. So that helped a whole lot during the team fight. So they're gonna have to ban the Galio this time. And of course, Katarina with so much damage potential then during that time will be banned this time.
Alright, let's go to champion selection. Game number 2. Mag-adjust muna ako. So please break down the picks, Miss Rattlesnake.
Right, so on to the champion selection screen. It's gonna be Ace Esports Heart for the first pick. Wala pa siya na hover, but let's see. Ayun, Camille. It's gonna be Camille for the first pick. Very interesting. Naban yung Camille kanina sa first game. So this time they're gonna have to go with the Camille. I like that pick. Camille is a very good Baron laner. And aside from that one, Camille can split push at the side. And of course, yung ultimate niya, the Hextech ultimate was used very effectively against the team or against the opponents niya. So it will be a big help during the team fights. And of course, her mobility po, nakakapag-split push siya and she is also able to evade. So that's something important about the Camille is because of her mobility during the split push. So, that's a good pick from the blue team. And next, you're gonna be supported by Lux who can root champs and provide a little armor po para sa kanyang mga kakampi. So that's going to be a good pick, a good support as well. And next will be Wukong. We saw the Wukong potential sa first game with the Cyclone entrance. Grabe na initiation niya. That's gonna be a very promising Wukong. So I'm gonna be looking up to that one. But on the red side, very interesting. Hindi na ban yung Lee Sin. So Lee Sin's gonna be picked this time. So I like the gank potential of Lee Sin and the mobility of Lee Sin this time. Knocking up the champs. I want to see how this Lee Sin is gonna shine in the Rift later on. Jin and Braum combo. I like Braum really. We saw that sa first game. Braum absorbed so much damage for the team, and of course yung ultimate niya, which was a huge help during initiation. So what I kind of don't like from the red team is parang listen lang and Braum for the team fights yung mag-initiate. But of course there's still a charm from Ari, and Dr. Mundo is very interesting. Seldom see Dr. Mundo, but let's see how they're gonna handle this Dr. Mundo in the Rift, and let's see if they're gonna be able to bring us to game number 3. And on the blue side naman, we have Ezreal getting back into the meta with so much damage potential po during the team fights. And lastly, Fizz, a very strong champ. Gusto ko siya yung Fizz with the shark, very small but terrible, but may shark pala. And then as long as lang nakakapag-farm yung Fizz na yan, he's also gonna be very strong, a very strong champion. So so much for that one. Loading screen na po tayo. Let's see who's going to win tonight's battle for third. This is match point for Ace Esports Heart, and for Alaminos Legends naman, they have to win this game to bring us to game number 3.
Sino mas gusto mo sa picks?
I'm banking on the blue side this time. I really like the with the Cyclone kasi, but wala kasi silang tank. They don't have the Braum. So Braum and the Lee Sin will have to be something I have to think about. So I think I'm gonna go with the red.
Alright, tingnan natin. On the blue side, it's going to be Ace Hearts who won game number 1. Let me just adjust this. Go ahead muna, Miss Rattlesnake. Take over lang muna pala kasi may...
Alright, so far so good. I think there's gonna be a setup here for the red Brambleback. Tingnan natin. There's a ward
Ezreal, nakahiga ka pa lang. And there it is. Ezreal, the stun is gonna connect. Woo. One more damage, and that is Ezreal's first blood dropping for the game. And that is a win for Alaminos. Good aggressive early game. And that should be it for this fight.
A very good win and very effective ward. And I think the fight's not yet done.
Runman, mukhang makakaganti sila dito. One more poke onto the Brom, but Brom Sensa will find an exit right there. Just say no, but there it is. Good stun right there by Zeeks with the locks, and they will get one down. Hindi, 2-0, 1-2. Matay pa, and there it is.
Patay.
Blue team, Ace Hearts will be able to even things out on the board, 2-2 after the early fight, but first blood did go to Alaminos.
A very good move there from blue team, making sure they can quickly respond sa aggression ng red team, and there, nagiging patas ang board natin, 2-4-2, but first blood still went to the red team, but still, getting even into that match should be a little victory for the blue team, making sure naman nakakagante sila and hindi sila that behind into the game. And so far, it's gonna be back to normal na pa tayo for both teams. Let's go ahead and introduce our champs. On the blue side naman, we have Ace Esports Heart Oi for the Luck support. We have Zeeks pa for the ADR Ezreal. We have
May laban yata. Alright. Elegiggle will be finding exit, and there it is. Wala pa naman mamamatay.
Alright. Going back, so it's going to be Zeeks for the Azrael ADR. We have Yuri Zetsuna on the Wukong jungler. We have Ellie Giggle for the mid lane Fizz. And lastly, we have Justin for the Camille Baron laner.
On the red side, Alaminos Legends right here. Tignan natin muna. Let me just adjust their name. Medyo na-OOC ako. Pero add one on the Jin. ADR Smoothie on the Lee Sin jungler right here. Yambats on the Ari Mage mid po. Porgami on the Baron laner po natin na Dr. Mundo, and Runman is gonna be the support Brom. Again, 2-2 on the board. Medyo okay pa naman ang gold natin. Medyo pantay pa.
Very true. And look at that one. Red team effectively putting wards all throughout the river, but making sure they have vision. It's going to be very useful for them because, of course, Wukong can gank the other lanes. But I think blue team will have to be extra cautious about this one, knowing that this Lee Sin as well has so much gank potential. So it's something for them to watch out, because I'm not seeing that much wards from the blue team. Dalawa lang, and I think there's a fight.
Alright, tignan natin. Aid 1 is already very low, and there it is. Jin is going to be the first victim of the fight, and they will not get any revenge at all. So that's one for nothing trade. It is going to be Ace Hearts on top of that fight.
Very good indeed by Ace Hearts, making sure they can trade a kill this time and not be hindi sila magagantihan ng red team. So 3-2 on the board, and now we're looking at a 1k gold lead going to Ace Hearts at just 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. So far, it seems it is going to be Lee Sin and the Camille on top of the food chain, as well as that Jin and the Dr. Mundo. So pretty even kasi yung gold. So it's anybody's game at this point on. 25 seconds until the first dragon is gonna spawn. It's going to be the Cloud Dragon.
Alright, tignan natin. Itemization, what do you think ang unahin dito ni Jin? He already has the BF sword.
Most probably Blade of the Ruined King or Infinity Edge. Actually, yung style nila, they do the first, yung mga first items ng Blade of the Ruined King at saka Infinity Edge before nila build.
Rift Scuttler though, mabubuhay na. It's gonna be taken by red team right here, so that's additional sites for them. This is good position right now by Alaminos for this. They're gonna go for the pangalan nito, Fizz, but Fizz is gonna be able to tumble away, and Fizz is okay.
So far, so good. Not much aggression from both teams on taking this Cloud Dragon, because hindi naman gaano ka-priority compared to the Infernal Dragon. So most probably we're not seeing that spicy fight right now. But since both teams are doing some quick resets, probably we are, probably we're not. But Wukong here, what is he doing? He's waiting patiently for someone to go for the dragon take. But Lee Sin is actually there sa top sa red bramble back nila. So that's time and experience wasted on that Wukong. Wukong wala siyang ginagawa kasi right now Bram's gonna be here, the dragon pit, going to effectively deward that ward there, removing the vision of the blue team. And that will be Wukong alarmed once again. Tingnan natin if he's gonna go for that one.
Alright, tignan natin. Set up on the mid. There are 3 champions right now. Fizz will not fall for the trap, and he will be okay backing away in the safety of the turret. Top turret naman, si Justin doing a lot of damage on the top turret. So this is good for red team so far. Blue team so far. Sa top lane, there are 3 champions right here. No ward from red team. So anyone who will come in will be in trouble. Pero ito, sisimulan na po ni Ziggs po ang Dragon. Hindi po sila makapaghintay talaga. So they're gonna be pressuring it. They're gonna be starting it. Brom is in the area. Tingnan natin. Oh, sends out the ultimate that Ezreal. Oi will hit the Jhin with the ultimate right there. But ito, patay. Ay. Jhin sends out the ultimate. It's gonna be too late. Ezreal is already down in the fight. And that's your ADC out. That's gonna be very bad for blue team. That is Wukong. Gonna be stunned right there. Up. The stun is not gonna connect. Charm is not gonna connect though. Ele Giggle will go in for the tumble onto Yambats. But Yambats was prepared and will be able to get out. And with the numbers advantage on the red team, they will start the dragon right away. There is no cone available right here. So it's gonna be very challenging for them to get in this fight. Papasok po si Wukong, but no, he will die instead right there, and it is going to be trouble for them. Wukong goes down, and it is Dragon. First Drake of the game goes to red side. Alaminos win that one.
Wow, what a fight we just saw. Making sure they get the ADR pa ng kanilang kalaban first before going for the Dragon Take. That's a big advantage going to the red team. Because of course, the ADR, that's the damage dealer, that's the firepower that they need to have someone hit from the backlines. And now with the Rift Herald spawn, this is gonna be another spicy fight. But again, the ADR out sa Dragon Tank ng kanilang kalaban. Blue team couldn't do anything about it, and blue team just had to watch as the dragon was going to be taken away. And another point I would like to raise would be how Lee Sin took the cone before going for the dragon take. Nakita natin yun with his mobility. That is another effective way of making sure na walang papasok sa dragon pit unless they can pass through the walls. And right now, red team confidently taking the Rift Herald. At no goodness, oops, that big ultimate from Ezreal. Muntik na, but it was still a little bit early to throw that ultimate. Lee Sin gets to secure the Rift Herald for the team, and it's gonna be a 3-4 on the board, a 1k gold lead. But the first turret was taken already by the blue team.
Alright. Tingnan natin. Actually, nakapasok pa rin si Wukong
Yeah.
But good point on the Lee Sin getting the blast gone. It was very hard for Wukong to get in. Had to use his skill to get in. So wala na siya pang labas because of that. If ang nangyari doon, and doon pa yung con, makakapasok si Wukong, go for the smite. If he fails, he can still get out.
Mischief, yeah.
So,
Mischief siya.
That was a very fine detail right there on the fight, but still, but they did it, and they won that early skirmish right there in the Dragon Pit. So kudos to Red Team. Alaminos are still on top of this game. They are up just 1k, so still anybody's game at this point. Dragon next is going to be very important.
Yeah, so far so good. 3-4 on the board, and the gold is pretty tied up for both teams. So this is still anybody's match at 8 minutes and a half, and there's a fight.
Papasok po si Brom, goes to the dash, and there it is. Ultimate is going to be connecting onto the Lux, and Lux will go down, and this is numbers advantage on the red team. What can they take for this? They're going to be poking down the turret, but the Jhin takes a lot of damage from the Ezreal. The Ezreal very, very successful on the pokes down onto AD1, and AD1 will be forced to back away, and the red team will not get anything on top of the kill that they got.
Very true. That was a very good aggression, and that was an on-point ultimate from the Braum, making sure he can use so much damage for the team with his initiation ultimate. So 3-5's on board.
Set up right here. There it is. Wukong with the Cyclone right there. Hits two champions. This is bad for red team. They have to back away. Cyclone recast. It's going to be on point, but it is Wukong who will get stunned, but still will be able to take the kill onto Jhin. And there it is. Lee Sin will go for the cleanup. Takes two champions. And then pa si Wukong with the up GA, and it is going to be Lee Sin's GA pop next. So salitan po dito, but three champions when he comes back in, and that blind man has no chance. Lee Sin goes down 5-6 on the board, and that was a small win right there for Ace Hearts. The dragon is going to be spawning next 15 seconds, sayang in timing, but it is what it is.
Bush setup from the Wukong was on point. Cyclone niya napakagaling. Was able to enter the backlines, was able to hit the vulnerable spot ng Jhin and ng Braum, and he was able to secure that one. But so far, are we seeing Lux freezing here sa mid? I think so. Whoa, big ultimate there. Hits two champs, but it's gonna be Jhin free hitting from the back and takes down the Lux of the blue team. And sa top naman, Fizz will be taken down as well. That's two champs for nothing. Sa laban na yun, and there's another spicy fight with the Infernal Drake spawning.
XX Ultimatum is going to be casted. Nahuli po si Jin dito. It's troubled, and then there it is. Jin will go down. Camille is already very low, but will find an exit somehow. She is alive, and Lee Sin will not be having the same fate. Not as lucky as the Camille. Lee Sin goes down. That is a 2-for-1 trade at this point for this skirmish, and there it is, two champions. Dr. Mundo will come in, but are you tanky enough, my friend? I think he is. Dr. Mundo is sustaining at this point. He will go down, but will take 3 champions down with him. What a fight by Dr. Mundo, just in time as the Infernal Drake comes alive. What can Ellie Giggle do here? Can send out the ultimate and kill the Braum. There it is. Braum is going to go down. Ari is going to go for the punish right here. Ellie Giggle will go down. That's a rampage on by the Ari. And it is the Infernal Drake as their reward.
What a messy fight. We just saw yung entrance lang ng Camille kanina with Exact Ultimatum, was able to take down 2 champs. They were able to punish Red Team that time, but Dr. Mundo was just so tough. Hindi siya basta-bastang napatayan. He was able to take down the Wukong ng kanilang kalaban. So that placed Blue Team at a big disadvantage, and that made them even more confident for the Dragon Take, and they are rewarded with that. But in the middle,
you stayed too late, AD1, but buti na lang, meron siyang status. He is gonna be surviving. Lee Sin will have to send the ultimate right there just to protect the Jin, but that is mission accomplished. Jin is still alive. 4 champs to make the 5 champions here on the red side. Here in the mid, pero yung Lux ultimate is not gonna be hitting anyone at all. Ziggs will eat the ultimate of the Braum. Porogami will go in for the follow-up, but that's not gonna be enough. Ezreal sends out the ultimate. It's gonna be on point. Ezreal already very low right here, so he has to be careful at this point. So is the Mundo, but Mundo is quite tanky, so okay pa to lumaban si Mundo. No kills at this point. Ari sends out the charm right there. It's not gonna be hitting, but so he is gonna be punished right there. Dr. Mundo goes down with the Fizz. Good job by Fizz, and that's the first casualty of this fight. It is going to be Ace Hearts who comes on top of this fight 12 minutes in.
Man, what was that? We just saw a very messy fight, so much going on. But Fizz Shark helped a whole lot to take down the Dr. Mundo once and for all. But dito sa baba, it's going to be the Rift Herald spawned by the Lee Sin, and that's a turret down by that Rift Herald. A very good way of getting even on the turret count. It's 10-12 on the board, and a 5k gold lead going to Alaminos, Legends, and so forth. It's a pretty comfortable, not exactly a comfortable lead. Napakapatas ng laro natin ngayon, and it's Lee Sin on top of the food chain, doing so much for the team. This is a very spicy fight we're watching, and this is Alaminos not giving up that easily and making sure they can bring us a game number 3. But let's see if they can prove to us that they can do a game number 3. So far, this very, very even match at this point. Baron Nashor is already spawned. Let's see if both teams are going to go for the take.
Ezreal, Ziggs is very itchy at this point. Look at those damages right there. Braum will be able to shield some of that damage up. They are going to be prepared for the Dr. Mundo flank, and Blue Team will not want any part of that Dr. Mundo monster, so they are going to be backing away. Lee Sin is going to be here, but Red Team and Blue Team will be able to escape. I think they're going to be giving this mid-turret already. Sends out the ultimate, that locks right there. Will do some damage onto the red creeps, but the turret still goes down. Uh-oh.
Oh no, even the jungle nila, they're making sure they have vision, but so far, not much wards yet, but they have control of the jungle ng kanilang kalaban, making sure they can clean up and making sure that they can secure a place to go for the Baron take.
Alright, tignan natin. Blue Team, Blue Team are able to get control again of the map on the bottom side. They're now pushing right here. Camille is going to be cutting the area. Camille. There goes the Lee Sin for the kill right there. Lee Sin. Camille will be able to find an escape, but Lee Sin is persistent. Goes for the chase right here. Kicks Camille in the face. XX Ultimatum is going to be casted right here. Flash forward by Justin, and Justin is out. Just says, nope, see ya later. But there's going to be a clash right here. Jin sends out the ultimate. Bullets are coming into the fight. Wukong's illusion is going to go down. Charm is going to connect onto the Fizz. Fizz taking a lot of damage, half HP down. But here we come. Dr. Mundo flanking on the side. Blue Team will try to escape. They will be able to stun the Dr. Mundo, but Dr. Mundo is one persistent big man, and Dr. Mundo will be able to slow Ziggs right there. Ziggs taking a lot of damage. Ziggs is left alone at the backside. Fizz will go down, and that's 11-14 at that point. And with the number advantage, number advantage, Red Team will have an opening for the Baron, and they will take it right under the noses of the blue team.
And just like that, ayay, big
Oh.
ultimate from the Azrael will not be able to steal the Baron Nashor, but it's enough. And Camille will try to attempt to go here, but that's Lee Sin missing his skill, and they're gonna have a quick reset, and they successfully get the Baron buff in their pockets. 11 to 14 on the board, a 6k gold lead going to the red team, and right now the Ocean Dragon is gonna be available for both teams to take. Let's see what damage red team can do with this Baron buff right now, but with the Ocean Dragon spawning, I think you're gonna go and have this objective first.
All right, I think red team will be able to get this with no contest, but blue team, they are trying to come to the area and try to contest this, but no, they will not be able to because Dr. Mundo, this pesky champion, is zoning them away from that area. And that's Dragon, Ocean Drake going to the red side. There it is. Ultimate by the Jin to start things off. This pulls the trigger for the fight. Yuri Zetsu na taking a lot of damage right there, pero illusion lang pala yun. Pati ako na loko. But the turret is not going to be lucky enough. Gets a pounding and will just disintegrate. That turret is down. That's one turret down with this Baron buff. Let's see what else they can get.
Man, what was that? The red team taking the mid turret confidently, making it a lot easier for them to go for the base. And right now, they're going to be dominating here. And Camille will go for the ultimate, and there's going to be a fight.
Hexa's ultimatum is going to be casted right here, but the follow-up is going to be late. But they are still going to be going for that. Lock sense hits 2 champions with that ultimate. 3 champions right here. Ito, si Lee Sin. Oh, Ranman is going to be eaten by the shark. A is going to go down first in this fight. Lox is going to be knowing down next. Ayan, mabubuhay po si Jin with the stasis, but at the back lines. Good ultimate right there by the Wukong, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes Ari with damage. Flash forward by Ellie Giggle. He will be able to find the next hit, but he will be the only champion left to mourn for the team as his teammates gets annihilated by Alaminos. Ellie Giggle is going to be zoned away from the turret, and that is going to be the mid-turret target for the red team, and they're going to be able to take this. That's base cracked open by Alaminos.
What a fight we just saw.
I think they're gonna go for the win right here. Eddie Wan sends out the ultimate right there. Oh, that's very huge damage right there by that Fizz. And that's gonna deter Dr. Mundo to go out, and good defense by Ellie Giggle right there.
Very good defense indeed. Naubos na yung wave, and I think this will be a victory delayed at this point of the game. And there's gonna be a new wave of minions coming in, but all the champs from the blue team has already spawned, so that was Fizz telling them that they should delay their victory and not today for the red team. 13 to 18 on the board, and an 11, make it a 12k gold lead going to the red team this time pa rin. And right now, grabe na ng items nila. I think malapit na ma-max out yung Ari na yan with just the Rabadon's death cap for her last item.
Si Dr. Mundo almost complete na rin eh. So sobrang tibay na ng Dr. Mundo na ito. There's gonna be a bush setup right here by blue team. Nope, they're just gonna go take their red buff. They really need that for their Zeke's Ezreal right here. Dr. Mundo knows that they're there, and Braum is gonna going in, slows down Oi, but Oi and the crew will not want to take a fight out of their base, and they will disengage. Baron Nashor is already available right here. They are gonna be sending the ultimate right here with this Ezreal to scout the area. But I don't know if they can do anything about here, but they will have to try to contest for this. There it is, ultimate by the Locks right there. Braum sends out the ultimate. It's going to be a fight. Fizz sends out the ultimate. It's going to be a rampage by the Fizz. It's going to be, Lee Sin who gets the Baron buff, but they want to go for a punish right here. But they're dying very fast at this point. Look at that Dr. Mundo tanking everything for the team. Justin is going to chase for the Dr. Mundo. I don't recommend that. The base is going to be wide open at this point. There are still 4 champions onto the red side. They're going to be chasing right here. Ari is going to go, and that connects, and Ari is going to go, Fizz is going to go down. Legendary on our friend Ari right here. Justin, and they know they're there. Nope. Oh, base is going to go down. Good job by Jin. And that's game number 2. We got ourselves a game number 3. What a fight by Alaminos Legends.
What a fight indeed. Distracting the Fizz, distracting the Camille who could have defended the base. Lee Sin went for the base and finished their opponents off. That was something. Look at that. Napakapatas na laro. Look at no spikes from the chart once again. And then at some point, closing na po tayo sa laro. Red team just had it all the way. All the objectives went to them. Sa scoreboard naman, lamang sila. That was a match we're looking for. This is gonna be game number 3. I'm so excited.
Alright, Yambats is our MVP. I don't think we need to go for a break. So, let's create the game right away. Diretsuhin na natin to. Alright, I'm gonna be inviting everyone right away while we go. So, background music muna. Mr. Rattlesnake, anong pwedeng gawin ng both teams dito to win game number 3?
Very challenging. They just have to bring it their A game. On the draft pick talaga, sometimes it's really not about your lineup. Sometimes din naman po, it's really on how you play the champs in the Rift. Kasi kanina the first game, we saw so much potential from that Gragas, but naging lamang pa rin yung Ace Hearts. But really, just focus on some really just bank on really good initiating champs like yung Lee Sin kanina, yung Wukong, parang ganun. Then they will be able to win the game. But really, it was a very fair and even game for both champs. We're seeing it's very spicy. So kung sino lang talaga makakuha ng most opportunities sa laro, most chances, yung talagang mananalo sa laro na to.
Alright. So, bans are already starting to fill in. So, go ahead, Mr. Rattlesnake, please break this down.
Right, first ban is gonna be Katarina. That's the respect ban from the first game. Grabe ng damage dealt by the Katarina sa first game natin. So, Alaminos Legends will have to ban her this time for game number 3. And I can see why.
Kain mo na ako, hindi pa ako nakapunan.
High five. No. No.
I hope you guys are enjoying as much as we are.
Great, so while waiting for the ban spot, let's give you an idea. Teka, andito na yung ban. Akali and then Braum. Braum talaga did so much for the team. I think he was present both games, and Braum with tanking so much damage for the team, initiating with his ultimate. This time, nakakapahinga na yung Braum. He won't be here sa third game natin, and that's gonna be super challenging because of course, he's a very tanky support and he is highly needed in the game. And the last ban is gonna be Alistar. Very interesting because Alistar is next in line to Braum, so wala tayong beefy supports this time, and instead, we might be seeing Lee Sin once again kasi hindi na ban ng Lee Sin. So, it's gonna open a slot for Lee Sin, and most probably, we will be seeing him knowing that he did so much sa game number 2 for Alaminos Legends.
Alright, shout out to Moy. Shout out to sa inyo. Just waiting for both sides to say G, and we should go for game number 3 right away. Sabi ni Ranman and the team, okay na ang Alaminos. How about our Ace Hearts team?
Alright, so while waiting for Ace Hearts to go, get ready. Let's give you guys an idea of what Rising Stars mini scrimmage tournament is po. It's basically just scrimmage for small time and beginners, and also the competitive teams. Bigyan na po tayo. This is our way of supporting those teams by giving them the tournament feel, allowing them to compete every week po sa Rising Stars. Means that there will be a bracket just like the tournament. I-cast natin yung laro, and this will help them practice at the same time and give them the tournament experience po, just to prep them up for the big tournaments out there nationwide and worldwide. So, onto the champion selection screen, we have Lux po, first pick ng Alaminos Legends, and then Jin and Lee Sin. So, we're gonna be seeing Lee Sin again. Very interesting. I think we're gonna go for the same picks sa second game nila because I think they did really a very good they had a very good performance sa laro na yun. So I think they're gonna go with the same draft this time. And on the red side, very interesting, there's gonna be the Galio and the Wukong who did so much the first game. We saw that when the Wukong Cyclone and then the Galio entering with the ultimate were just highly interesting in that game, initiating a very good fight for the team. So let's see if this is gonna be successful sa third game natin. And then Ziggs, I like the Ziggs, dealing so much damage during when it comes to the turrets, and then when it comes to objectives naman po, Ziggs can do a very very good job of zoning out the champs, and even in team fights with his ultimate naman po, very big damage against sa kalaban. And then Rakan is gonna be the support. So, wala yung beefy support. So, Rakan with the grand entrance. So, talk about initiation from the red team. Napakagrabe. Rakan can grand entrance. Wukong can cyclone in. And then, Galio can just pipili na siya kung sino yung nakakapag-initiate from the two champs. And then, papasok din siya with the ultimate. And Ziggs from the backlines can use the bombs. Do his magic. And then, Vayne naman po, very interesting, will free hit from the backlines as well. And on the blue side naman, we have Orianna's Shockwave, which is highly effective during the team fights. And then Garen, very interesting. Garen po can prove to be a tanky Baron laner. So this is gonna be useful kasi there's not much tank choices left for our team, so they're gonna go with that one. And then Lee Sin, so I'm looking forward. Both teams have very good lineups, so let's see what strategies they're gonna pull off this time to secure their victory. So game number 3, this is match point, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rift. This is game number 3 of the night's battle for third.
Alright, ayan. Game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wild Rift. Early games, is there going to be shenanigans from both sides? They're going to be spotting Ace Oi right there. Ace Oi is going to be rooted, but no follow-ups is going to happen. So that is not going to turn into anything bigger. So let's introduce the teams and champions.
Alright, so on the blue side, we have Alaminos Legends Ranman for the Lux support. We have Porogami for the Garen Baron laner. We have AD1 for the Jin, ADR naman, and Yambats for the mid lane, Orianna. And lastly, we have Smoothie for the Lee Sin jungler.
On the red side, we have Ace Hearts. We have Ziggs on the Vayne. Alright, Vayne. Alright, Ace Oi is going to be on the tawag dito? Grand entrance. It's going to be casted right here. There it is, 81. It's already half HP down. Will try to run away, but he is going to be able to be going away, but he will try to fight it out. Both sides will take some damages, so it's going to be pretty early. Rakan is going to be by Oi. That's going to be the support. Yuri Zetsuna is on the Wukong, and that's going to be your jungler. Ellie Giggle is going to be on the mage Ziggs right here, dealing a lot of damage onto Yambats. And Ace Justin is going to be another support. Usually Baron laner, pero dalawa ang supports natin ngayon. Just like earlier, di ba?
Yes, very interesting lineup from both teams. So far, so good. Very peaceful start. 0-0 pa tayo. Let's talk about the win conditions. So, red team po, super yung kanilang initiation setup this time. Rakan, grand entrance, like I mentioned. Then Wukong's ultimate, Galio's ultimate naman po. And then a very good Ziggs and Vayne free hitting from the back. So, that's something red team will watch out for. Probably they can put a frontliner like Garen but to tank some damage because grabe talaga ng damage potential nito once that combo will connect. So, they need to have someone tanky enough to deal with that one, or they can use Orianna Shockwave to counter that one. But on the top, very interesting, we just missed that one. Rakan was taken down by Lee Sin. A very good gank setup by the Lee Sin, but Lee Sin will have to pay with his life this time, and that's Vayne evening the board 1-1, but it's not yet done yet. It's gonna be Vayne rooted, and Garen will go for the chase, and Garen will be able to take down the Vayne, avenging the Lee Sin, making it a 2-1 sa ating scoreboard and a 1k goal lead going to the blue team. What a fight we just saw.
Alright, Vayne I think got greedy right there. After killing the Lux, he should have went out already. But no, she did not. No, after killing the Lee Sin, dapat lumabas na siya.
Yes.
She did not try to kill the Lux and paid with his life. So that was a little micro mistake right there for the Vayne. But still, it's the early part of the game. Pwede pa naman silang bumawi. So it is going to end up with a 2-1. Blue team will have a 1k gold lead at this point of the game.
Very true. And dito naman sa baba, things are getting spicier between that Orianna and the Ziggs. Orianna will go ahead and reset, but she's already at level 6. So we most probably will be seeing a spicy fight once that Ocean Dragon is gonna spawn 45 seconds from now. 2-1 pa rin sa board natin, and a very good 1k going to the blue team.
Alright, tignan natin. Up! Yeah, good spot right there by Ranman. Right, but hindi tumama kay Ace Oi. Right, in the mid, AD1. Right. They're just setting up right now. So resets should be coming in anytime soon since it's only 20 seconds before the first dragon of the game is going to be spawning. And a reset is going to be very important. AD1 just trying to squeeze out more before he wants to go back home. Tingnan natin.
Very true. That's gonna be Lee Sin and Vayne on top of the Fujin as well as the Orion. And right now, Vayne has already completed his Blade of the Ruin King. So he will be able to deal a lot more damage at this point. But 200 gold lang po yung lamang niya from that Jin. So it's still gonna be something to bank on. And right now with the Ocean Dragon alive, we're seeing very good wards placed here by the Wukong. There's a fight.
Oh, there it is. Sig sends out the ultimate right here. Jin will be able to escape pero muntik na siya doon. Jin sends out the ultimate right here with the Locks ultimate and Garen with the Galio. HP is already very low. Galio will find an exit with the help of Rakan and good ultimate, good skill right there by Elegigel with the satchel. Deals so much damage onto two champions, so that is gonna be something. Porogami is already very low, has to be careful. Dragon's already very low, and here comes the punish right here. Papasok na pa mga champions. There it is. It is going to be the Wukong who takes the dragon right there. This is bad for blue side. They're falling one by one. Galio though is gonna go down. Good kick right here by the Lee Sin. Lee Sin is gonna be chasing Elegigel. Elegigel with the satchel will be able to survive. That's two champions dying onto the red side and none to the blue on the blue side. But it is still going to be Ace Hearts with the Dragon take. Ooh,
Yes.
top third down.
First third down sa top natin, the first dragon going to the pockets of the red team. But I think that was a little victory from the blue team. You know, earlier when Wukong went in for the entry, they missed so much of their firepower. Wukong with the Cyclone was not able to connect that much, and then Galio with the ultimate as well was not able to connect so much. So that was why blue team went confidently for the dragon. Sayang lang pumasok yung Wukong and stole the dragon from blue team, and that's how they got the dragon, and that's how blue team was able to win that fight by exhausting so much firepower from the red team sa first part of the fight. They were able to make sure na walang masyadong counters going on.
Alright, Ace Oi tried to go catch Porogami. Porogami was very fast, so he's able to escape right here. Galio is gonna be in the area, but so is Ranman with the locks. So it's going to be a 3v3. Rift Herald is already available, and blue team will start it out. This is going to be a 4 versus 4 fight. It's going to be very interesting. While Vayne and the Oriana is stuck at the bottom lane trying to defend right there. Porogami will try to chase the Ziggs. Ziggs is one of the most important champions right here that you want to go into. Uy, bakit nag-ultimate si Justin doon? That's going to be the ultimate of the Galio unavailable for this fight. So that is very big loss for them. Firepower down. Jin sends out ultimate, opening up. Bullets are going into the fight. Garen goes in. Lee Sin up is out, and it's going to be Wukong who gets the Rift Herald right there. Somehow everyone's already still alive. Galio goes down first, and Lee Sin goes down second. Red team is in a bad position right now, but Porogami is already very low. It's gonna go down. Oriana is here, but Vayne is joining the fight right now. Vayne doing so much damage, but he is gonna go down himself with AD1, and there it is. Ziggs will be chased. Flash follow is going to be on point. It says, see you later, Ziggs. AD1 sends him home in a body bag.
What a fight we just saw. Kala na, I really thought in that fight blue team was gonna lose it because they lost Lee Sin very early on in that fight. But man, they made a comeback, and really they were able to take so many champs down from that match. But still, Rift Herald went to Wukong, and yeah, it's going to be another Rift Herald, so that's gonna help Red Team a whole lot sa kanilang push. And right now we're seeing a fight.
Porogami will be able to escape. Mabilis talaga tawa nito Garen, so Garen will be able to escape.
Very good job by Garen there, evading that almost initiation from the red team. 8-4 on the board po, and the 3k goal lead going to the blue team.
Vayne, Ziggs taking damage right here.
Oops.
Rakan goes in with the grand entrance. It's two champions. Porogami is already very low. Lee Sin is in the area. Charm is going to be casted.
Woo!
But there it is. Oi will just connect onto Smoothie, and Garen will be able to escape. 4 champions here on the red side now, but they will smartly disengage.
Did you see that? Zig throwing the ultimate at Garen, and Garen just missed the ultimate of Ziggs. Mamamatay siya sana doon. But he was able to evade another near-death experience for Garen. So, napaka-survivor talaga ng Garen na yan. 8-4 pa rin tayo sa board and a 3k gold lead. The Mountain Dragon will be spawning now, and I think both teams are in a good position to take this dragon.
I think red team is gonna be just disturbing blue side. Vayne went home. Pero good thing blue team did not go for the take. Oops, Garen went in. Garen taking a lot of damage right now, but will be tanky enough to survive. Zetsuna already very low, my friend. You need to be careful right here. Zetsuna will be forced to go back home. And there it is. Red team is in a bad position right now. Their HP bars are very bad looking. So blue team knows that they will be winning this if ever red team goes for an engage. So they will go for the dragon take right here. Who will be zoning everyone right here. There it is. Papasok na po sila dito. Oh! Big ultimate right there by the Ziggs from downtown. And they're gonna be able to take down the Garen. Lux is gonna go down next. Jin is already down. GA is gonna be popped. But one by one, they are going down. Blue's team. Only Lee Sin is left here to survive. And that is bad for blue side. Just when you thought that blue team is already controlling in this game, red team takes a fight, takes the win, and they take the Mountain Drake and takes 4 champions down.
What was that we just saw? Oops, Rakan melts in front of us with the ultimate from Lux. But grabe, the entrance from Rakan earlier, it was so grand. And right now, there's another fight here.
Hindi pa sila umuwi. They lost 2 champions already, and now Wukong is in bad position. Vayne is gonna be trying to help, but Vayne will be hit with the root right there, and there it is. Vayne is gonna eat the sword of the Damascene Justice, and he will not like it. They're now chasing for more. What are you doing, Ace Arts? Justin taking damage right now. Jin is gonna send out the ultimate right there just to make sure that they kill this, but that Bloom right there is gonna be saving this guy. Oh, Lux ultimate once again. Papasok po si Rakan with the grand entrance right here. GA is gonna be popped on the Wukong right there. Wukong is back up, but they're already very low. One more poke, another poke from Porogami's big sword is gonna slice them open, and red team is already down 2 champions at this point. Once again, Garen will be able to find an escape and will survive.
What was that we just saw? That was blue team punishing our red team for taking down 4 champs earlier. But really, grabe na entrance kanina. On the grand entrance from the Rakan and then trying to take down the damage. The Ziggs ultimate as well melted their lives in Dragon Pit. And then that was 4 champs taken down there on. And then when the champs respawned, they took down the Rakan with the Lux ultimate, and then they went for the chase. They made sure na nakakapaganti sila from that match where naging 0 yung score nila. So they were able to take down champs, and they were able to get back into the game. They were able to even things out. 13-9 pa tayo sa scoreboard, and that goal is pretty even. But 2 dragon buffs going to the red team right now. There's a fight.
Alright, ito natin. Papasok si Ace Oil with the ultimate right there. Grand entrance is gonna connect too. And this is gonna be Lee Sin who goes down first early in the fight. This is bad for blue team. They will not want any more trouble, so they will disengage. Red team has the number advantage right now, so they will be marching towards the Baron buff right here. Oop! Si Vayne dito, very low HP right now. Vayne will be able to sidestep the ultimate of the Jin. Jin is not... Garen is not gonna survive this time. And that's more champion going down on the blue side. And that's what you get if you play with fire. 2 champions on Alaminos goes down, and red team will take the Baron as their reward 12 minutes in.
What a fight we're seeing. Could this be a turn of events? Ace Esports Heart is getting the Baron buff, and let's see what damage they can inflict against their opponents with this Baron buff. And right now, it's gonna be Ziggs effectively going on the top, a pressure push, and the bomb will be cast into turret. A turret will be down, and that's the first turret down with that Baron buff. And dito sa baba, Jin will go for the reset. Let's see what damage they can do already further with that Baron buff in their pockets. Infernal Dragon is gonna spawn in about 30 seconds. That's gonna be a very important dragon sa game na ito, but we'll see who's gonna go up and take that Infernal Dragon. Sa baba naman, it's gonna be Galio effectively split pushing, but Lee Sin is patiently waiting dyan sa grass. So let's see if he's gonna go for the take, but Galio is gonna go home, and another Scuttler will be taken by the red team. So this is red team taking their position for the Infernal Dragon take, and I think we'll see a fight.
Talo. Papasok agad. Si Rakan dito with the grand entrance will be able to connect, but Lee Sin will be mobile enough to get an escape. and they're gonna go for the Infernal Drake instead of a push, and I like that call right now. Jin sends out the ultimate to start things off right now, but it was too early. Dragon's already half HP down. Lee Sin will go in and steals the dragon right there, but what cost? Red team will go in. There it is, Galio with the ultimate, with the entrance, and they will take one champion down. But once again, Lee Sin will go for a steal and will be successful. That was a big time play right there. My man, Lee Sin for the steal.
Very big time indeed. Imagine that was all of the entire cavalry that time against just Lee Sin. But sa mid po, it's gonna be Wukong taking down the turret of blue team. So that will make it closer. And right now, Lee Sin and the Vayne will come to a chase. But Lee Sin manages to be mobile enough to actually evade and try to evade that Vayne. But ayay ka. Another mobility. This is so exciting right now. Let's see if he will be able to take down that Lee Sin. But Vayne has just given up. That was time wasted by Lee Sin on that Vayne. When Vayne was supposed to be pushing sa mid natin and helping the champs out, it will be Vayne's time wasted, and it will be Lee Sin doing a very good job of evading the Vayne. 13-13 sa board natin, and a 4K gold lead going to Ace Esports Heart.
Ayan. But man, look at the gold lead. 4K gold lead onto the red side. They are now on top of this fight. What a fight this game 3 has been. It's a roller coaster ride, up, down, up, down. There has been a lot of lead change at this point. And if you don't like that, you don't like Wild Rift at all, we are in for a treat dito. Tingnan natin. Red team, na-burn na po ang Baron buff. So good job by blue side defending that. Good job by Lee Sin surviving the roller coaster chase earlier. And 13-13 on the board with a 4K gold lead on the red team.
Very good job indeed. Grabe, napakapatas na laro na ito. It's anybody's game. And 20 seconds na lang, Baron Nashor is gonna spawn. Whoever gets that Baron will play a mate. That Baron right now will be, I don't know, it's gonna be like piranhas going for a treat on that Baron, because that Baron will secure a huge advantage into this game. And right now, it's Red Team pretty advanced and taking advantage of their position. Let's see if we're gonna be seeing another fight.
Alright, they don't know that Lee Sin is here. This is very, very risky for Red Team. Right, Jin is gonna send out the ultimate right there. Damage is gonna be going in. Lee Sin is gonna be on the side. There it is. Lee Sin goes in. It is going to be blue team who takes this Baron Nashor. Red team, and you played with fire. You wanted this fight, and now you are being punished right now. 2 champions dead. Onto the red team. Make that 3. Make that 4, and 1 more. That's gonna be Ellen Giggle, who will be able to flash away, but AD1 will flash forward and will say, "See ya later." Ziggs will go down, and that is red team back to the base, but all inside body bags. Ace is completed. Red team, blue team will go for the win, and I will cue the music because this is game over. Alaminos Legends have done it. They are gonna be winning game number 3, and they are our 3rd placers for week number 5 of World of Wild Rift Rising Star.
What an ace. Ayun, they did not give another chance for the red team to go ahead and spawn. Tinapos na talaga nila yung base para sure. That was what they were fighting for. So there you have it, guys. The stats. Oriana making, ano natin?
Hindi ko na yung stats. Sorry, excited. Stats iniisip ko sa yung background music. 2-man production lang po kami. Kaya maraming mali. Dami ko niisip music pa, yung mga camera angles pa. So, pasensya na, right? But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed our first round. Today, we're gonna be going for the finals in a bit. So, sit back. Medyo late na tayo for the finals, but the players are already ready. We're gonna be going for a pause. Once again, congratulations to Alaminos Legends for winning game number 3 and taking our 3rd place. Well fought by our friends over Ace Hearts. But in the end, they fell short. But that team is strong too. So, may future kayo. Keep fighting, guys. Keep improving. We're gonna go for a short break as we prepare the finals for you. Just a 5-minute break. We will be back. Don't go away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our finals for week number 5. We are going to be watching Ace Esports Clover versus Alpha Esports. Shoutout po sa mga nanonood natin ngayon. Please share this video. Please share this video para support po sa mga teams na sinusuportaan natin. That's what Rising Stars is for. If you're asking what Rising Stars is, bakit weekly yung tournament natin? Actually, what we are doing here is tinutulungan namin yung mga bagong usbong na mga teams na bagong usbong na mga teams na maghanap ng mga kalaban pang practice di ba? Sa mga big time na tournaments. So small time tournaments for everyone. So nakapag-practice na kayo. So and then we are gonna be featuring you. At the same time, bigyan namin kayo ng parang maliit na tournament na feel para masanay kayo sa tournaments, di ba? Plus, if ever manalo kayo, may extra pa kayo, di ba? So this is our way to support yung mga teams na pausbong pa lang. That's Rising Stars for you guys. If you wanna help us, you can send out stars. If ever hindi, okay lang po. Share this video. Just sharing this video will go a long way to support the community, diba? Pang support as community. Thank you so much. Pa-shoutout daw, sabi ni Joy sa mama niya, one of our players right here. Let's start. I'll tell them to let's start the bans. Can you please run through everyone sa mga nangyari in the past sa mga teams na participants natin ngayon, Miss Rattlesnake?
Alright, so right now, this is the finals of Rising Stars tournament po. They really did their best, all blood, sweat, and tears throughout the week. Dami ng matches that they were able to do. So for Ace Esports Clover naman po, it started with Drifters Eclipse, a game against Drifters Eclipse, and then their brother team, which was Ace Esports Heart, na panood natin kanina, and that secured their slot for the finals this week. And as for Alpha Esports naman, it started with Caballero Rises against Alaminos Legends, which we also saw earlier, and that was how they reached this finals bracket na. This is gonna be a very spicy fight kasi kumbaga funneled out na po. If our battle for third was super spicy, this finals will be a lot spicier na po. We can really guarantee that this will be a lot better teams, a lot of high level gaming compared sa kanina. So kung kanina na-thrilled na kayo kanina, na-excite na kayo kanina, this is gonna be 10 times more po.
Alright, let's go to the chats. Ngayon ka pa shoutout. Sabi ni Christopher Chan, nakachamba lang daw ang Alaminos. What? Chamba? Kaling nga nun right? They took the advantage, right? Red team, sila Alpha Esports, Ace Hearts kanina, wanted that, right? They wanted to go for a risky fight. Alaminos recognized it, and you need skills to recognize your advantage, diba? They took a risky fight, then we brought it to them. They got punished, yung Ace Hearts, they won. That's not chamba, right? That's a very calculated game. Hindi nila kasalanan yon. Kasalanan ng Ace Hearts, they played with fire, that they got burned bad. So shout out, sabi ni John Nicole Pulido, shout out po sa inyo. Alright, are the bans already in? Ayan. So, naghihintay pa lang tayo ng isa pang player. Saan lang na player na hinihintay natin ngayon? We had to start the live na kasi, di ba? Kasi we've been waiting. May bug pa din sa lobby. The bans are starting. Who do you think are gonna be the bans, Jaya?
Right, ayun, start. It's gonna be Akali. Of course, Akali's mobility is something you do not want to deal with sa Rift, and the damage potential of the Akali. So, who do you think is gonna get banned? Most probably Lee Sin, of course, Lee Sin. And then
I think Brom or
Brom.
Alistar, either one of those are gonna be banned.
Yes, the tanky supports as well. And most probably Camille. She's very strong na and very mobile, dealing so much damage. And the split push potential, of course, ng Camille. So it's something you can bank sa team. And of course, someone you can also ban because she has good potential, sir.
True.
So most probably yan ang mga champs that they're going to ban, but we'll see. Each team really has a strategy, and it's really up to their drafters to go for the ban.
Right, so red team's turn to ban. Akali is gonna be the first ban, right? Hinihintay lang natin yung match sa mga saglit.
Apex, drop it, baby.
Leeson and Ziggs will be the next band to both teams. Of course, Leeson, like I mentioned, grabe na mobility niya. If you guys tuned in earlier, you've seen the Leeson potential in the rift. Kaya nga seldom natin makikita yung Leeson because of the gang potential, the mobility of Leeson, and the knock-up potential that he's also able to do during the team fight. So Leeson is someone you can bank on sa team, so better ban this champ. And of course, Ziggs, grabe. Ziggs right now in the rift is a very promising champ. Not only para sa turret takes, but of course the objective takes and team fights. Ziggs proves to be doing very good when it comes to zoning out champs, dealing so much damage, and of course yung Inferno Bomb niya really dealing so much damage, and
True.
a very good finisher sa match natin. So very promising nakakakilig yung Ziggs in the rift. You
Alright.
get thrilled seeing the Ziggs
Braum.
throw the ultimate. And lastly, it's gonna be Braum. So Braum talaga tankiest support I can think of even at level 1. And yung ultimate niya, another thing from Braum was that his ultimate can set up a very good fight, a very good start for the team. So yung ban nila ang Braum this time, so it's gonna open up Alistar most probably for the support ng isang team natin.
Right, so we're just waiting for the go. Go na po ang red side. Ang red side po natin is going to be Alpha Esports. And then on the blue side, I'm just gonna update the name. So please take over muna sa picks, Miss Rattlesnake.
Right, so we're on to the champion selection screen. Ngayon, let's see who's their first pick for the blue team. Nagpa-thrilling ko. Wala pa siyang hina-cover na champ, but we're seeing a Camille and Kaisa potential from his teammates. So right now he's hovering on the Camille, and most probably this is gonna be Camille this time. First pick, like I mentioned, grabe ang mobility ng Camille na yan when it comes to split pushing. Hindi siya matatakot mag-split push ng mag-iisa because of her mobility. And another thing is, even sa early laning phase, Camille proves to be very effective and dominant sa kanyang kaharap in the Baron lane. And of course, the Hextech ultimatum can trap as much opponents as she can. So I like that Camille pick. And of course, red team is gonna go ahead and counter the Camille by picking the Fiora. Fiora has the same potential with the Camille. Ang ayaw ko lang talaga sa kanya, she's more on one-on-one combat. Yung mga skills niya, less crowd control, less for the group, for the team fight, but more on one-on-one. But still, Fiora deals so much damage, so she's still a strong champ to begin with. And then Diana with the CC skills. I like Diana. Hindi ko lang talaga nakikita yung full potential ng Diana, but I like the Diana. She proves to be promising and very useful with dealing so much damage during the team fights. And blue team is gonna go ahead and respond with a Lulu pick. Very interesting kasi may Galio din, so they're both support. So tingnan natin kung sino talaga magiging support and who's gonna go for the mid lane or the Baron. So Galio, I like Galio, the semi-global ultimate, although na-nerf siya, but still has so much potential in the rift because he can help out the initiator by entering as well with the ultimate. So possibly sa lineup nila ngayon, I'm not seeing so much initiator, so most probably the Camille with the Hextech ultimatum kasi siya yung maging jungler, so siya most probably will set up the gank. So Camille will come in with the Hextech ultimatum, and then on point na yung ultimate ng Galio na yan, or with the Zed ultimate as well. It's also something because of course Zed's ultimate can be used as an entry. And then Ezreal dealing so much damage into the game right now, so this is gonna be also a promising pick for the blue team. But I think I'm gonna bank on the red team's pick this time with that Alistar Pulverize nakakapag-knock up. And of course, I'm absorbing so much damage with the Unbreakable Will. So I like that tankiness from the Alistar. And the Jarvan 4 Cataclysm allowing him to trap as much traps as he can. And then Kai'Sa free hitting from the backlines. That's gonna be something for them to bank on. So I like this one. Just make sure that Kai'Sa can be fed early into the game. Then they will have no problem.
Alright, thank you so much for Rattlesnake for those insights. Ang ganda ng lineup natin ngayon. I think nagsisimula na yung parang meta na dalawang supports for the team, diba? So we have Lulu and we have Galio. Since we have Zed already, diba? So the blue side. So this is gonna be very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to game number 1 of our best of 3 final series. The fight that we're watching is the fight between Israel tuloy. Alpha Esports versus Ace Esports Clover. Kanina, napanood natin si Ace Esports Hearts. They fell short. But Ace Esports Clover is gonna be in the finals. And tingnan natin how they're gonna be winning this early game for both sides. No early game shenanigans. So it's gonna be a safe early game for both sides. Let's introduce the champions and players.
Alright, so on the blue side, we have Ace Esports Clover. Berto on the Lulu support. We have Rose for the Galio mid laner. We have Joy for the ADR Ezreal. We have Thrive para sa Baron laner nila na Zed. And lastly, we have a Con for the jungler Camille.
And on the red side, Alpha Esports, the Sidpo on the Alistar support. We have Momon on the mid, Diana, Jin, C2 on the Jarvan 4 jungler, Peng is on the Fiora. That's gonna be our Baron, and Binso, our ADR, which is the Kai'Sa.
Very interesting. So far it's very peaceful, pretty even goal. Let's talk about win condition from both teams. So seeing right now their lineup, there's so much potential for gang ups. You know, with the Camille for their jungler, she can gank up with the Hextech ultimatum, and then Galio can come with an entry. So that is something red team will have to watch out for. Kasi kapag na-trap ka na ng ultimate ng Camille, then most probably Galio is coming your way to knock you up. So they just have to make sure they can scatter their lineup during the team fights para lang po hindi sila gaano mas set up ng kanilang kalaban. And right now, for the red team naman, Kai'Sa is there, the late game insurance. They need to watch out for that, but who'd have thought there's a fight?
Alright, Camille will force the Scuttler, but will pay for her life. That's one champion, 2 champions down on the blue side. First blood is already complete. They want to look for 3 more Joys burning down, but the turret is protecting Joy. They will end up with 2 kills only, but that's still very big. First blood goes to Alpha Esports, and they get 2 after that fight.
Very good job from Alpha Esports indeed. Sayang lang talaga, Camille overextending for the Scuttler. Of course, we all know how important the Scuttler is into the game, but sometimes hindi worth it when it will cost your life. And that's going to be 2 Rift Scuttlers going to the pockets of that Jarvan 4. It's gonna be a big help sa farm niya, and of course, giving vision po sa kaniyang team for the Riverside. And here at the top, very spicy between the Fiora and the Zed. Lads, so far walang fight. So far wala pong casualties from that fight, but things are getting spicier in the Rift right now. 2 minutes and 40 seconds in. On top of our food chain po is going to be Diana, who I think got the first blood earlier, so that's extra bounty on her. And here there's Galio here, and there's a fight.
Alright, papasok si Diana. Galio will be able to stun Mamon. And it's going to be a pretty even trade at this point, 3 minutes in. And Diana's going to be rotating to the bottom. I think she's just going to eat the fruit right here, and she does. And everything is going to be A-okay at this point. Resets are already starting to come in the fight.
Oops.
Hextech's ultimatum is going to be casted onto Mamon. There are 2 champions here. Mamon, you need to get out of town. This is bad. Mamon sends out the ultimate. Camille's already very low, but will be able to poke down Mamon. Mamon will be taunted, and the damage is still coming in, and Mamon will not find an exit, and she goes down. They are now on the board, Ace Clover, with 1 versus 2 kills on the red side.
What was that? We just saw was that Diana overcommitting, trying to make sure na nakakapatay siya ng jump, but she overdoes it and she will have to pay with her life. It's a 1-2 on the board right now, a 3k goal lead going to the red team. A pretty comfortable start for them, and the second until the Mountain Dragon is going to spawn. There's a fight.
Alistar, what are you doing there? They will want to go for that Alistar because that's very beefy. Where Alistar will be able to escape, and this will not turn into something else. But the first Drake of the game has already spawned. Mountain Drake's gonna be here already. Sid is already 1/3 HP down, so it's gonna be bad for Red Team. Red Team will try to go for it still. Galio is gonna be there. Azrael sends out the ultimate right here. Alistar's already very low. Will be able to go. Will be able to ultimate. So he's still tanky. Jarvan 4 gets the dragon fight. Galio goes in with the hero's entrance. Camille is already down in the fight. Alistar goes next. And there it is, Alistar. No, Galio will not be able to take Mamon. And it is Blue Team who will be losing more champions. Only one champion left alive at this point, Birto. But I don't think Birto will be alive for long. And that's going to be Rampage. Unofficial ace right now. Si Zed ba nabuhay?
Zed nabuhay.
Yeah, so that's going to be 4 champions going down the blue side. And this will end up to 3 for 6. And that is first Drake of the game going to the red side.
What was that we just saw? Grabe yung entrance, yung cataclysm ng Jarvan 4. The entrance of Jarvan 4 really was on point. After securing that dragon, he was able to deal so much damage in that team fight and secured so many kills for the team. That was 4 champs down from the blue side, and that should further and deepen their lead. And here naman po sa mid, there's spicy things going on between the Ezreal and the Diana. So far, very aggressive po yung teams natin ngayon into the finals. It's a 3-6 on the board. And on the top, we missed that one. Zed was taken down by the Fiora, and this will be another push, a pressure push done by the Fiora on the top kasi first turret is not yet taken down, so most probably the likelihood of her taking it will be 100% now. Walang contest. It's the Rift Herald spawning, and Fiora will take the first turret of the game, going to the red team, and it's spicy here in the mid.
Alright, XX Ultimatum is going to be casted right here. It catches the Diana. Diana is taking a lot of damage right now, but Camille's already very squishy. Ultimate by the Diana. It's going to be casted. Lulu's going to be next here right now, and Camille will be able to exit, but Diana will go for the dive and gets another kill right there. 2 champions dead on the blue side, and none. That's a big win for Diana and Alpha Esports. At this point, Alistar is going to go down. Good job by Zed for the cleanup, but that is still a big win for Alpha Esports.
Very true indeed. And now Rift Herald is already spawned, will be confidently started by the red team. And with no contest, a free gift from the blue team, the Rift Herald will be taken by Jarvan 4. And that will deepen their lead up 10k right now with just 6 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. Talk about so much lead. And on top of this food chain will be Jarvan 4 with the Black Cleaver and the GA already against the Camille right now. Look at the difference. It's a 3,000 gold difference. That's an item difference. Triforce pa lang po nagawa ng Camille natin. So that's gonna be something because napakabigat ng role ng junglers in this game. And with that, Jarvan 4 leading so much, it will help a whole lot in their team fights, and it will punish blue team a little bit. And there's a fight.
Jarvan 4 is going to be cut the exit right here, but there it is. Cavalry is here. Jarvan 4 is going to be A-OK. Galio is going to be going down. That's the first casualty of the fight. Camille will send out the access ultimatum, but to no avail. 2 champions make that 3 champions going down on the blue side, and this is a disaster. 7 minutes in the game. Free for nothing trade right here, and red team's not yet done. They want to look for more. They will just look at the turret, and that is going to be their bonus reward 7 minutes in.
Bonus reward indeed. Imagine the Rift Herald was not yet spawned. And they're cracking the outer turrets one
Na-spawn ang
by
Rift Herald
one.
sa top kanina.
Sa top day. Wako kumantay. Okay, I did not notice that pala. The Rift Herald was already spawned. But anyway, look at that. The outer turrets are peeled one by one. And just when you thought blue team had control of that fight, it was still another losing fight for the blue team after that one. And right now, 8 seconds, the Cloud Dragon is going to spawn. Let's see who's gonna go for this one. So far, Alistar is here, prepped up and taking his position. Let's see,
Alright.
4 to 12 pa sa board and a 7k goal lead going to, not 7 pala, 13k goal lead
Yeah.
going to the red team.
Yeah, you said earlier it was a good fight by the blue side. Maganda yung initiation nila, but it's just that the gold lead is very big already at that point. So kahit na maganda yung initiation nila, they still lost the fight. And there it is. Cloud Dragon put a ribbon on top of that Drake because that one's a gift. And red team, they're gonna go for another kill. Zed is gonna be the victim right here at the top, and Fiora will finish off the top turret. And that's one more poke. And that turret should go down, pero papasok po dito si Rose. Rose goes in for the poke right there. He is going to be exhausted, this Fiora, but Peng will go for the fight. Peng is going to be dancing with this Galio. Galio, one more poke, and there it is. That Fiora is going to go down. Good shutdown, but you, my friend, have to go out of town. Do you still have the ultimate, right? You still have the ultimate. You can use that to get out. There it is. You read my mind, my friend. He
You're
is
right.
out. Just says, nope. And see you later, but that's ultimate wasted.
Read your mind indeed.
Uh-oh.
And here naman
Woo!
po sa baba, that's gonna be Diana taking
Smooth.
down the Camille, pushing Camille to her limits. Camille talaga wala nang masyadong nagagawa sa fight ito. With that, Jarvan 4 fattened up a whole lot compared to the Camille. That's gonna be something that red team is currently banking on. Walang proper setup na yung blue team with that one because they can set a very good fight, but lamang na kasi ng malaki ang red team when it comes to the itemization. So when it comes to team fights, there's really gonna be a huge difference when it comes to the damage they can inflict. And look at that one, Jarvan 4 with 10k, and that's 5k for Camille, so that's by half difference po sa kanilang gold. Camille just working on her second core item, and Jarvan 4 is going for his third. And right now, the Baron Asher is going to be taken by the red team. No contest, no pressure po.
Boom.
Alistar here with the knock-up.
Oh,
Will
good
even
push.
Galio back, and that will be Galio not
Bye-bye.
able to go home. Patay ang Galio. No challenge yun na kill from the red team. 5 to 15 sa board. And right now with the Baron buff, they're gonna
Diana
pressure
is gonna be
here. There's
dashing
gonna be a
in.
fight.
Alright, Jarvan 4 sends out the ultimate but will be in a bad position. XX ultimatum is going to be casted on Jarvan 4. Jarvan 4 should go down, but there's still GA, so Jarvan 4 is okay. But nope, this Camille is not okay. She is going to go down. Ezreal will do his best to try to deal damage right here. Jarvan 4 with the flag. The drag is not going to be casted right here, but mid turret is going to be... Oh, Zed will send out the ultimate right here. The death mark is going to be on point. Papasok si Galio, but will not connect into anyone. Fiora with the riposte right there will not take damage, but the Kaisa will go down. Now this time, it is the Fiora taking a lot of damage. She's burning down. I think she's going to go down, pero there it is. The damage, the smooth criminal right now of the game. Mamon with the ultimate on the Diana. Takes down another champion. Takes down the mid turret. Goes with the dance with the Camille. Camille will have to get out, and that's a 1v1 win right there. But Diana still goes down, but big paycheck for our friends in Alpha Esports at this point. Look at that gold lead. Woo!
Very breathtaking goal lead indeed. Napakagrabe, with the base cracked open sa mid pa rin. It's gonna be something for blue team to really think of later on in this fight. I don't even think this is gonna last that long, but they
Jarvan
have
4.
to put their defenses up. Jarvan 4 tries to go in for the Galio, but Galio will be protected by the turret. And right now, this turret right now will be in trouble and will be dismantled by the Fiora. And this is gonna be a fight.
Alright, XX ultimatum is going to be used by the Camille, but that is just to protect himself. But this is a 2v4 fight. This is going to be very big. Zed sends out the ultimate right there, and Zed will not be able to get the kill. Will have to run away. Jin C2 is already very low. Remember, no more GA. So Jin C2 will go down. Jarvan 4, that's a shot down by the Lulu, but 4 champions are still here. And this is going to be a 5v4. This is good for the blue side at the very least. But the gold lead is going to be very painful. You're going to be feeling this one out. Right, Fiora, taking a lot of damage right here from that Ezreal. Ezreal doing a good job right here. One more poke, sends out the ultimate right there. But what a parry right there by Peng with a repost. And she is out. Woo!
What was that we just saw? Very good defense though. Blue team trying to hold up their defenses, making sure they can still survive and buy themselves time. But I don't really like that buying enough time, because Kaisa as well is there as a red team, and Kaisa fattened up in the late game will cause her to to deal so much damage, but really it will still buy time for the blue team to actually set up some items. But right now at this point, with the pressure push from nearly all the lanes, it's not highly advisable, and I don't think there's still something blue team can do. And now the Ocean Dragon, the third dragon of the game, goes to the pockets of the red team. That's all the dragons going to the red team, and 15 seconds into the Baron Nashor is going to spawn. Jarvan 4 and Alistar will take their position here because they need this one to march their way towards the base of the blue team.
20k gold lead earlier. So man, how do you win from that? Let's see what Ace Clover can do at this point of the game. Alpha Esports very dominant in this fight. Fiora holding off everyone here right now all by herself. That's how strong she is at this point versus Ace Clover. Baron is already down, and I don't think turrets are going to be standing for long. Mid turret is already down right here. Fiora is going to be switching targets, going to the bottom turret right here. Top turret is going to be focused on by 4 champions on the red team. Look at those damage on those turrets. That turret is gone. Bottom turret is also going to be a goner in a bit, and this is going to be the last stand right here. Let's see who will pull the trigger. Alistar is going to be coming in. Sends out the headbutt right there. Pulverize, and it's going to be a fight. Oh, Diana sends out a big ultimate right there, and that's going to be GG. Nexus just melts right in front of us, and Alpha Esports takes game number 1, showing everyone how to do it here in the Rising Stars.
Ayun. Grabe, Jarvan 4 takes the MVP crown. Did so much for the team, I should say. Grabe yung damage niya for the team. The initiations and the cataclysm he was able to use to initiate a very good fight. Napakasayang ang Camille sa blue team natin. Wala siya nagawa that much for the team. She was not allowed to farm so much, and I think that was the punishment she had after that Scuttler take early on yung first fight nila. That placed her pretty behind the game, with Jarvan 4 taking 2 Scuttlers, so much of the objectives, and that chart tells you the story of how red team gained their lead with all the objectives, even the scoreboard, and of course the gold lead nila.
Alright. Good point by Chilmeco on the chat. Diana was out of control in that game. Just took over the fights and smooth kills, 1v1 kills. That was the fight right there. Diana winning it for the team. Sino nga ba ang MVP natin? Gonna go back. There it is. It's Jarvan 4 who's gonna be the MVP. 5-1-9. Diana 8-2 and 4. She did a lot of kills, but Jarvan 4 with the assists right there for the MVP. So yep, what a fight! Good fight by Alpha Esports. Let's go on and prepare for game number 2. We're gonna go for a short break, really quick, right? As we prepare game number 2. Well, don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Game number 2. Are you excited? Man, I'm excited. We have the bands already. This time naman po, it is going to be pangalan nito? It's going to be Alpha Esports on the blue side and Ace Clover on the red side. What do you think both teams have to do to win game number 2, Mr. Rattlesnake?
Game number 1 for the Clover was good. It's just that the initiation for me was not enough. Camille Hextech lang kasi yung was someone they had to bank on for the initiations, and I think it was really not enough to actually go ahead and set up a good fight, knowing that they had a Galio there, so the potential of Galio was cut short because Hextech lang yung was something that he will have to bank on to make a very good entry, which I think was lacking in the team because Hextech is not much of an asset when it comes to the main initiation. You can go for the grand entrance of the Rakan, or you can go for the Wukong Cyclone, something like that. But yung Hextech yung ng Camille for me was pretty lacking at that game. So they needed someone with more initiations to actually make sure that they can unleash the potential of the Galio entrance to win the clash that time. And now we're gonna be seeing Ziggs ban and then the Fiora. Both I think is a respect ban from the teams because Fiora that time really owned the Zed sa Baron lane. Zed was not given any chance to dominate the game. We know the potential of Zed, but Zed was deprived of that potential because grabe ng Fiora. Napaka-owning ng Fiora sa laro na yon in the Baron lane. And then the Ziggs as well. Dealing so much damage, but really, Ziggs can have so much potential in a team fight and also in the turret take. So Ziggs will be a very good ban. And next, we're gonna give a respect ban po to that Camille. Camille really was not given a chance to shine in that game, but Camille has so much potential. Like I mentioned, she's a very strong champ, nakakapag-split push, and of course, for the team fight, her Hextech ultimatum is a huge help.
Alright, tignan natin. So Camille is not going to be present in this fight, so this is interesting. Fiora, Camille, Ziggs, last is Lee Sin. Alright, Lee Sin, what do you think about the bans?
Typical Lee Sin being banned, so much ganking potential, but mind you, this means that Akali will be open for a pick sa Rift natin ngayon. So most probably they're gonna be taking this Akali because she's not banned this time, and with that Lee Sin ban, I like it because Lee Sin talaga is monstrous in the Rift. One moment pa, I just realized something.
Right.
Nakatilt yung camera.
Remember, this is game number 2. One more win. This is match point already. One more win. And our friends over the side of Alpha Esports are going to be our champion for week number 5. So this is going to be very important. Ace Clover will have to bring their A game in this to try to win game number 2 and drag this to game number 3. Try to win it from there and be champions, diba?
Yes,
so this is going to be, the stakes are high at this point for Clover's side. Let's see if they're going to be able to rise up to the occasion.
Very true. And on to the champion selection screen. First pick agad ng Akali. Akali's mobility, being a very strong and mobile assassin, is gonna be so promising for Alpha Esports. So let's see what potential Akali will be unleashing in game number 2. And to think this is match point for their team. So let's see if she's going to be able to dominate in the Rift and go for the victory, or is it going to be Clover this time getting a comeback and giving us game number 3. And now I am liking the Jana pick from the red team and the Kaisa pick. Kaisa being a late game insurance, just fatten her up sa early part of the game and she will really dominate the late game. And of course, Jana with the ultimate, the Monsoon is highly effective when it comes to the team fights because it will give them the chance to regenerate some HP and still get back in the game. And of course, your Tornado both used offensively and defensively. It can be a good gank setup or an evade trick to make sure that the champs can go home and the Tornado will be there to knock up the opponents. And this time, Galio will be in the Rift once again. Very interesting. You know, Galio talaga has so much potential with the semi-global ultimate niya for an entry, and now Ezreal as well dealing so much damage I'm liking the pick from the blue team as well this time. And Gragas, the wombo combo breaker, very promising. They just have to know when to timing that ultimate from the Gragas, then that will be a very good pick for them. And then Vi can slam you down into the ground. So that's so much potential as well from the red team. And Wukong for their juggler. So Wukong can cyclone, Galio can come with an entry, so Gragas can break that. That is the potential of Gragas. That will buy time for his allies to go and set up right away. And Annie, very interesting. So, di ko talaga, I rarely see Annie in the Rift, so this is going to be so interesting. But I like Annie. She's a strong champ with that bear, highly useful and highly effective sa lane. So this is going to be very interesting lineup for both teams. Let's see what strategies they're going to pull off this time to win this match.
Alright. Sabi ni Jerome Luena, akali na daw ni Peng ito. So, I think this is gonna be a banger right here. So, mapapanood natin ang akali ni Peng. Let's see how Peng will be carrying the team this time. Ayan po, ang mga picks natin ngayon. Red side is under B. Blue side is under Rattlesnake. Ganda ng pick dito ng blue side. I like their picks right now. Galio, Wukong, Diana, CC's. Then Ezreal can go for the damage and Akali can wreak havoc. Pero combo breaker din naman kay Gragas di ba? So that's not going to be a very easy combo to pull off. This will all boil down to how teams will be able to to execute on their plan.
Very true. Tingnan natin. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 2. We're into the Rift na po. Let's see what strategies, early game aggressiveness they're going to be showing us, or if there will be none.
Alright, I just want to say thank you to Kaiser Kane for the gold band and po yung music pag may nagbibigay ng gold.
Far so good, very peaceful start. We have no casualties, no aggressiveness, no setups for both teams whatsoever. Let's go ahead and introduce our champs. On the blue side, we have Sid for the Galio support. We have Bunso for the Ezreal ADR. We have Wukong played by Jin C2 for the jungle. And then we have Mamon J4 for the Yana mid lane. Ooh, that was very spicy for the start. Nag-aggressive na po yung dalawa. And lastly, we have Peng for the Kali Baron laner.
I just want to assess the mid situation. Both sides will be forced to eat the fruit right there. So pretty even at this point. At this point, Mamon J4. Sorry.
Unchange mo.
Sorry. Thank you so much. Buti naman wala pa nagkaroon ng patayan doon. So just want to assess. Medyo lamang sa buhay si Mamon kanina, but now things are pretty even. On the red side naman po, Ace, Clover. Let's do the run through. Berto on the Janna support. We have Joy on the ADR. We have Rose on the Annie mid. Thrive on the Gragas Baron laner. And then we have Ace Ocon on the Vi jungler.
Ay.
There it is. It's gonna be a fight right here. Kali. Uy, ano nangyari kay Vi dito? Tumatakbo lang si Vi. Ace Ocon is being poked and right in front of his face. Ocon will be able to defend, charging up. Pero will be forced to go back home. Good damage put in by Peng, but she's not looking so healthy herself.
What was that? You just saw Vi taking in so much damage, and the Scuttler.
Uh-oh. Annie is gonna be poked on, charmed, and there it is. First blood taken by the Diana. Annie goes down.
What was that? We just saw a very good setup here, and right now it's not over. It's gonna be Galio going to knock up the Janna, but Janna will be able to use her tornado to escape, and Wukong will try to be here in the bush, but Wukong will not opt for any takes on the support. And here at the top, it's getting spicy.
Alright, Janna tuloy, Akali got baited by Thrive. Thrive was very low, so Akali wanted to go for the kill, but at the bottom, ayun, mamamatay naman po ang ating Kaisa. So yeah, at the top, he got baited out. Ocon was in the area and Akali got punished, but they got a return kill at the bottom. So the score now is 2-1.
So much going on in this fight at just 3 minutes into the game. A casualty sa top, nandito naman sa baba. So much fights going on. Both teams playing it as aggressive as they can to make sure they can go up and be more advanced into this game. 2-1 sa laro natin, a 1k goal lead going to the blue side, and so far it's still anybody's game at this point. Let's see what other plans they have up in their sleeves.
All right, Galio's in the area.
Oops.
We'll try to steal this one, but Vi will still get that pretty early. But good attempt by Sid right there. That tells you how good Sid is. They have map awareness right now. They know that that Vi was taking that blue buff right there, and almost denying Vi that blue buff take.
Very true. And 15 seconds until the first dragon is going to spawn. It's going to be the Cloud Dragon. We should be seeing some resets from both teams. Or if they're going to go up for the take. Because Cloud Dragon is not much of a priority. But it's still an important dragon into the game. Giving you so much advantage. And this should be it. Both teams are taking their position.
All right, Vi's in a good position right now, and there it is. He hits Galio right there. Galio will go for the charge. Ezreal with a big ultimate right there. Janna will be forced to use the ultimate, and Janna will be sacrificing her life instead for that Ocon Vi, and it is another win right here for Alpha Esports, taking one champion. They now have the numbers advantage, and they're gonna focus down this. Hindi, mga pasok si Ani. Buntik naman still. But there it is. That Ani is gonna go die for that sacrifice right there. That's not worth it. That's the Cloud Drake right there. The fight is still gonna continue right there. Akaisa is gonna go down too. Jay is gonna be popped on the Vi. Janna, kakabuhay mo lang. Mamamatay ka rin agad ulit ba? Ocon will not go out alive at this point. And that was a terrible fight taken by Ace Clover.
Very terrible indeed. This is something about their lineup. Not much initiation, not much of someone like the Cyclone from the Wukong who can initiate a very good start up for the fight. So that's going to be a challenge for them. They only have Gragas to break the combo of the opponents, or they can use that to pull back opponents closer to them, and then someone can free hit from the backlines. But not much crowd control skills, not much of AoE skills that can help them a whole lot. So that will be a challenge for the red team at this point. And so far, it's showing that blue team is at a very better advantage at this point with 6-1 on the board. The Cloud Dragon going to them, and a 4k gold lead, making it a 5k gold lead in their pockets already. In 20 seconds until the Rift Herald is going to spawn. This should be a spicy, sizzling fight with the first turret not hit down. The Rift Herald will help a whole lot. And right now, it seems on top of our food chain is going to be Kaisa and hindi pala, joke lang. It's going to be the Wukong and the Ezreal on top, and that should be something because the ADR with so much damage.
Never mind that. There it is. Galio's already very low, taking a lot of damage right now, and Vi is gonna be punching Galio in the face. Galio goes down, pero dito naman po si Diana. Janna will send out the ultimate, but no, Vi still goes down. It is going to be Diana taking damage this time. Diana sends out the Q. They deals damage, but that is it for the fight. No, Wukong is going to be coming in with a Cyclone there. Takes two champions up, and the recast is going to be on point. Ani will send out the ultimate to stop the aggression right there. Wukong's GA is going to be popped under the turret. Pop. Janna almost dies. There it is. Janna is going to be alive, but the mid turret will not. That's a 2-for-0 trade. Good win right there by Alpha Esports.
Well, was that we just saw that Cyclone from the Wukong was on point. Grabe, even the recast, he was able to knock up 3 champs into the air, and that helped a whole lot. And right now we're seeing Akali zoning up the champs, and let's see a fight.
Thrive sends out the ultimate to push everyone away, pero it's not gonna be enough. He still goes down, and that's another one. Big Daddy Gragas is gonna go down 10-2 on the board. Ani is gonna be focused next by Sid. Sid is zoning everyone out. Takes the Icathian Rain in the face, but he is A-OK. Top turret is gonna go down 10-2, and they're now up 10k. Alpha Esports taking this game 7 minutes in.
Taking the game indeed. Grabe. So much zoning out done by this Galio and the Kali earlier for the Rift Herald take. And that's another turret down by the blue team, furthering their lead up by 9k and 10 to 2 support. And mind you, the Rift Herald has not yet been spawned. When with that Infernal Dragon next pa sa Dragon, I think they will use that to buy them some time to get that Infernal Dragon. Very important. But here on the bottom, we're seeing a spicy fight.
1v1 fight, but Vi is gonna be here. Akali doesn't have the shroud anymore. This is gonna be very bad for the Akali, and Akali will go down. It's Galio coming in, but you're gonna be a bit too late, man, and you are gonna be paying with your life. No, Galio's gonna be surviving with the help of the Wukong. Good ultimate right there by the Wukong. Vi will be able to get out with the help of Janna. GA is gonna be popped on the Vi, but the fight's not done yet. Annie's gonna be joining the fray. Sends out the ultimate right there, and that is going to be... Galio will be able to get out and non-dying onto red side. 1-0 at this point. A small win by Ace Clover. Infernal Drake is now alive.
Very small win indeed. And now with the Infernal Drake up and about, let's see what strategy they have to take this one. I think they're going to be releasing the Rift Herald somewhere to buy them some opening to take this dragon. I'm not sure though, but right now it seems blue team is not able to carry. They're confidently marching their way towards the rift of the Infernal Dragon because of the lead they have. And Janna, just like that, melts in front of us. Wala siyang nagawa. And Annie, next on the menu as well, gets absorbed by Diana's ultimate. And that's Annie taken down as well. Big ultimate from Ezreal will hit the Vi, and Vi will be cornered, and that's Vi slammed as well. The third casualty on that take. Grabe. Infernal Dragon goes to the blue team. Another turret goes down. And this is blue team dominating and owning the game to themselves. Big ultimate from Gragas will push Akali back. And Akali will use her mobility to escape. But Kai'Sa will still be able to take down the Akali. But then Diana comes in aggressively and will try to free it and take down champs. And whoa, Diana was still able to take down one champ in that 1v4 matchup. Grabe. Talk about galing ng Diana na yan, and I think there's gonna be another spicy fight here.
Alright, tingnan natin. So what were those fights taken by blue side? They already won, but they got too aggressive. They lost 2 champions at that point, but at the very least, they got Thrive, the Gragas, down with them. Alright, but Infernal Dragon, that's the most important part of the game. Infernal Dragon was taken by Alpha Esports. They are still up in this game.
Very true. They're still up and about. 16-5 subordinated with a 14k gold lead going to the blue team. So that's a lot of gold lead. That's so much items going to the blue side's pockets. And now Baron Nashor is alive. There's going to be another fight here. Most probably, hindi pala. But that was just them poking the Gragas and zoning him back. Right now, on top of our food chain is going to be that Diana. Grabe na po. Napakataba, but there's a fight.
Alright. Oh no, I missed that one. I was looking at the top, but Diana was able to kill someone at the bottom. That's going to be Kai'Sa. The ADR going down, and that's bad news for red team right now. Ace Clover, they will need that Kai'Sa for this fight, but there it is. Diana will go for the ultimate right there. Will be surviving one more poke, and she should go down. And there it is, Diana going down, but that space created by blue team. Diana goes down for a cause, and that is Baron buff going to the side of Alpha Esports.
Very true, very worth it. They now have the Baron buff in their pocket. So this is gonna be super intense right now. Let's see what damage blue team has for their base take of the red team. 17-6 points aboard, and right now on top of the food chain is still going to be that Diana with a 12k gold, and against the Annie who's just got 7k. So that's a 5k difference. That's 2 or 3 items to put. Now with the Baron buff, both the blue team is already marching their way towards the base of the red team. Let's see if the defenses of red team will hold up.
Here we go, mid-turret is going to be the first target right here. Mid-turret is taking a pounding from this cannon, a few pokes from the Ezreal, but mid-turret is going to be shielded up by Diana. Good defense so far. It's going to be a 1-3-1. Diana is going to be going up to the top lane to try to push that one. Janna doing a good job with shielding this turret, but there it is. Good pokes right there from Israel, and mid turret's gonna go down. That's one turret down with this Baron buff. Are they gonna be able to take more? Gragas sends out the ultimate just to clear the wave, but the damage still right here. Oh no! Annie is gonna be going in with the ultimate right there, and this will trigger the fight right there. Wukong will have to back away with the Cyclone in his hands. He is gonna be okay. No deaths at this point, but Kaisa erases the Diana right there. Israel, I mean, it's gonna be coming in. Oh, it's Galio is gonna be coming in. Galio will go in with the ultimate right there. Galio takes down the Kaisa, and Galio will be A-OK. Takes 2 champions down. Right there, dalawa na po ang patay sa red, 1 on the blue side, and it's gonna be a 4 versus 3 hold right here. But with all sides open and a very healthy wave, how is gonna be red team defending this? Wukong is gonna go down though, but that's just GA pop. Stasis is gonna use for that so that Wukong will be able to survive, but not for long. Alpha Esports a few more pokes, and that is gonna be it. They have done it. Alpha Esports are your World of Wild Rift week number 5 champions. What a fight!
What a fight! Indeed, and there you have it. Diana doing so much for the team. Will get the MVP crown sa laro na yun. Grabe, Diana did so much. We saw that. Diana's avenging the Kali, pushing different lanes, taking down so many pirates in the force of the takedowns, and the opening she made for them to take the back.
Alright, let's check out the stats.
Good, the one-sided story of how Alpha Esports gained their victory with all the objectives, leading pa sila sa scoreboard, and of course, the gold lead that they already secured. This is Alpha Esports bringing home tonight's championships for the Rising Stars.
Alright, thank you so much. Valiant effort from our friends here over sa Ace Esports Clover, but in the end they fell short, and it is Alpha Esports who swept the series 2-0 and comes out as our champions for week number 5. Well played by Alpha Esports. I personally have a very high expectations of future na Alpha Esports. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Big fan of your team. Hopefully in the future you become at the very least, makasali kayo sa mga top tiers, diba? So, Alpha Esports, congratulations. That is gonna be it for our presentation this evening. Next week po, I don't think we don't have Rising Stars, pero registration is gonna be open for week number 6.
Baka meron.
Kaya mo? Sige. Next week, gusto ni Miss Rattlesnake mag Rising Stars talaga. So, there is gonna be the registration is gonna be there. So, if you wanna join lang po kayo sa registration. We will be announcing over the weekend kung tutuloy natin yung week 6 natin. Because next week is gonna be very busy for us. But definitely, if ever kaya namin, magla-live po tayo. Definitely. Hopefully, you have enjoyed our presentation for this evening, World of Wild Rift Rising Stars. And if you did, please like our page, Leoric PH po. And my page, my partner's page right there, Rattlesnake. Please follow her page also. Any final words, Mr. Rattlesnake?
Wala pa, but I will try my best pa na makakapag-Rising Stars tayo next week. Hopefully, ako lang magsosolo because York will be fully booked throughout the week. But I will try my best pa. Hindi mo na promise because, of course, I do not make promises that I cannot commit to. But I will try my best pa because I know napakarami ng teams na magme-message over the weekend asking if they're gonna be up for the Rising Stars. So, sayang naman, diba? If you guys cannot grind and do your scrimmages for the week. So, I will try my best to have the Rising Stars week 6 next week po. And of course, register na po kayo sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-register. It's there in the vid description. You can go ahead and sign up para po makakapag-reserve kayo ng slot sa Rising Stars. So I think that's gonna be it for me. Good night, everyone, and thank you so much.
All right, me too. Once again, this is Leoric PH and Miss Rattlesnake right here. We are your voices of the battle saying good night and good fight. Bye, everyone.